nuts and seeds, no grains. They don't want you to have grains. Everybody is getting away from grains right now unless you're in Canada, France, or someplace that does the old school processing of grains. A slice of bread has a larger impact on your insulin levels than 2 tablespoons of sugar. Fruits are limited. Non-starchy veggies are allowed across the board in keto, paleo, and Atkins. Starchy veggies, beans and legumes, dairy, sugar, you can see. The X's, they're not allowed. Checks, they are allowed. Stevia, monk fruit. Paleo allows raw honey, maple syrup. Please, if you're artificial sweeteners, Dr. Blaylock wrote a book called Neurotoxins, or Excitotoxins, The Taste That Kills. If you are taking sucralose, acesulfame K, artificial sweeteners, anything that says diet on it basically, has artificial sweeteners, you are attacking the brain. Those look like amino acids to the body. They float right through the blood-brain barrier unfettered, attack at the neurosynaptic cleft, cause hyperexcitation and death of the neuron. Dr. Blaylock has a very good slide in his book showing the death of the neuron from the excitotoxins. So macronutrient comparison, 70% fats on keto, proteins 20%, carbohydrates 10. I really like that type of mix. And when you are eating your carbohydrates and you're eating Brussels sprouts and broccoli and cabbage and cruciferous vegetables, things of that nature, they don't take up a lot of your calories. You would be amazed at 10% carbohydrates, how many vegetables that really is. That's quite a bit. And it does make it easier to get your fiber content in. So I would tell you, instead of looking at fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, look at fiber also. Feed your gut buddies. Because guess what? Your gut buddies, when they eat fiber, they produce butyric acid, which helps heal the gut. They produce enzymes, which you might be lacking. They know now that you can take probiotics and put a gut bug in yourself. You have to keep replenishing it, but it will even produce omega-3 fatty acids in the body. I don't know what it's called. I don't worry about it because I do supplement with fish oil. There is, if anybody wants it, I'll give my email after class. And we have the keto, this is Rob Wolf's work, robwolf.com. This is Rob Wolf's work, and he has 80 nutrient-packed keto foods. He does a clean out. We do a variation of the clean out, and I'll be very happy to send any information that anybody wants on our clean out. We actually do have a small class of a couple patients, a few patients that we meet once in a while on Mondays, and we discuss what the new research is and what our problems are, and we work on just being healthier. Chronometer is the tracking app. My patients get the tracking app for free at being part of the patient pool, but this is one of my days, and so you can see I consume, in this little bit of stuff, I consume 3,172 calories. That's why calories don't really count. My coffee, when I make my bulletproof coffee, Dave Asprey of the Bulletproof Diet and that stuff, he makes his bulletproof coffee and he puts butter and his MCT oil in it. I put a whole lot more stuff in it. So, but my coffee, the full recipe is almost 700 calories. And My fats, 194.2 grams of fat, 85 grams of carbs. This was a heavy day for me. And 252 grams of protein. I went way over on the protein. This is when I was a little more paleo than I was keto. What knocked me out? Oh, well, chicken, seafood, and pork, right there. These things. This is my candy, right there. The panino pepperoni wrapped mozzarella cheese. That's my candy. That's my go-to crutch. If you want a macro calculator, Keto Games, so you can punch in your weight, you can punch in your percent body fat, and then you tell it what kind of lifestyle you have, sedentary, active, moderately active, and it will start to give you, if you want to lose so much weight, these are the macros that you should have. So I would start to, just as a base, if you just want to start to be healthier, increase your fats. Try to follow that 70% fats. Get to the 20% good protein. And do the rest in the carbohydrates. And do it in good carbohydrates. Look for your cruciferous veggies. Once again, you'll be quite amazed at how much you actually get to eat. Now, if you're an athlete, you might want to turn up the carbohydrate just a little bit to about, maybe 25%. But once again, keep them clean carbohydrates. Don't go carbo load on pasta. The Kickstart bundle, I love this thing because it really, engineers have a saying, what gets measured gets, I forget what the last part of it is. Basically, what gets measured gets taken care of. And if you are overweight, unhealthy, whatever, absolutely get an insulin level. It's not an expensive test. And see where your fasting insulin is. I don't really care where your blood sugar is. I mean, I do. But the insulin is the problem. If your fasting insulin remains high, you are insulin resistant, and you absolutely have to start to take care of that. And so I started paleo, keto, and here's the thing. It's like jumping into the middle of the ocean, and you sit here and you go, what do I eat? What do I want to make? What do I do? And it's very simple. Take your favorite meals, whether it be meatballs, whether it be whatever, and just type keto or paleo in front of it. And if you want to be vegan, vegetarian, keto, vegan, meatballs. Probably going to substitute tofu or what's that, TVP, textured protein. You'll probably substitute that in there. But that's what you search. Ketogenic or keto, paleo, vegan, whatever, and then whatever it is you like. So I do keto lasagna, and I make my lasagna with cabbage noodles. I make my spaghetti with zucchini noodles. And you want to taste the difference, go get a zucchini and chew on it and have the flavor of that, and then take a pasta noodle and take a bite of it. Whoa, what tastes better? Do you know why you like pasta? It activates the gluteomorphin receptors in your body. What does morphin sound like? Exactly. Hits your pleasure center. So the Keto Mojo, love this. We have 2 of them at the house. And you can check your ketones, you can check your blood sugar, you can do it on the fly. Has a handy dandy little app. I'll also tell you this. You want to resensitize your cells to insulin. What's the number one thing to resensitize your cells to insulin threefold? What is one simple trick you can do to resensitize your cells to insulin threefold?
Fast.
And it's in the research. It's in the studies. It's in the science.
Fast.
Nope.
Water.
Nope. Sleep. Sleeping 8 hours will resensitize your cells to insulin threefold. Sleep. 8 hours of sleep. You should go to bed at a decent hour and then sleep all night long, wake up before your alarm clock, and feel refreshed. If you do not feel refreshed, if you feel like you are tired, your eyes burn, itch, scratch, or you need that cup of coffee, you are not sleeping enough. Sean Stevenson wrote a book about sleep, and as did Dr. Kurt Parsley. And the money time sleep, as they call it, is between the hours of 10 and 2. That's when all the hormone magic happens. That's when melatonin is turned to serotonin and the body shuts down and gets ready to really do the repair. And I'm going over, I'm sorry. Here are a few, if you guys want the recipes. This is a dark chocolate avocado pudding. Just let me know. Here's one of our favorites, Brussels sprouts with balsamic vinegar and throw cream. She's awesome. She's the Brussels sprout cooking queen. She can make it 1,000 different ways. Chorizo with butternut squash. That stuff is fabulous for breakfast. That's Mr. Asprey's bulletproof coffee. And the creamier you want it, just add more ghee. Bacon wrapped dates. Actually, got a lot of fiber to them. Those are fabulous. And these are just great things. If you're an athlete and you're going to go do whatever, that's a lot of good protein and good carbs right there. These are Annette Bosworth. That's the book, and I can't see it. She's the one that wrote the book about her mom with cancer. Rob Wolf is the Paleo Solution. Jason Fung is the fasting, complete guide to fasting. Terry Walls put her, what did she have? She was in a zero lift or a zero.
Multiple sclerosis.
Yeah, MS, multiple sclerosis. She took her aggressive MS and reversed it. She was in a wheelchair and now goes out and bikes with her kids and does everything. And she's the 3 cups of greens, 3 cups of colors, 3 cups of sulfur, and good protein. It's a lot of veggies. Fat for Fuel was written by Dr. Joseph Mercola, and that talks about getting the good fats in and going over the different fats. Effortless Healing by Mercola, and that's Sean Stevenson's book, Sleep Smarter. I've got to update that slide. Dr. Kurt Parsley has his book out on sleep also. He was the doctor to the Navy SEALs, and he did tremendous work on getting their circadian rhythms done up. So for those of you that want me to add a slide, that you can't see because the text is, let's highlight the whole thing. Anybody know how to, can you see that now? Nope, you cannot. Indiana Backdoc @gmail.com. I think I'd be better better at this by now, but I'm not.
Go over there to color and change that white to black.
I'm trying, arrange, quote, font, color, white, there you go. There you go. Ta-da! That's our email. You can email me any questions that you want, be happy to answer them. Did I answer your questions on veganism? Did I answer questions on how to be a little bit healthier and how to start? It's a process. It truly, truly is. It's not like, here are the steps 1, 2, 3, and you're good to go. You start to figure yourself out, and you just go through the process. And you do it over and over and over again. Because you're going to get so far, and then you're going to stop, and you're going to be like, okay, I'm doing everything I was doing. What do I need to do better, or what do I need to change? And you go a little farther. And then you go a little farther. And you just keep doing that until all of a sudden you're like, I like where I'm at. I'm doing pretty well. And then you just make life better. Have a great evening. Any questions?